Welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name is Neshan, we are playing KSP 1.41. So this is a Making History DLC, and of course we have build part here. This is not a traditional build of a moon lander, but it will work anyway. So our mission today is to take Yabudaya all the way to the moon and plant a flag. And he's sitting right inside here. Okay, can we see him through the fairing? I don't believe so, no. But we can see it through the buildings. That was enough something I didn't know. So this craft should not be very hard to handle. Let's not do a full launch. It's not often I do that. So we have a thrust to weight ratio at a launch pad here at 1.20, which is very nice. I prefer 1.30, but 20 will do just fine. So let's do that. Nice. We are launching. So what I'm doing, I have more or less gravity-turn light here. I think our rocket is a little bit over-dimensioned for the task we have given it, so I don't think we will have any problem to go to low carbon orbit around 80,000 meters. So yes, I'm going SOS locked all the way to 50 meters, and then I will start tilting it a little bit here. We can see the mountains in the background, but I still want to usually go tilt it slowly towards 75 degrees, which is a 15 degrees angle here, so we get a little bit tilt here, so we can start going upwards and start feeling our horizontal speed here. So what I want to do now is I usually do my gravitatory light, but we want to end up around 45 degrees here before 10,000 meters. So what I usually do is I'm trying to keep my thrust weight ratio under 1.7, because that is between 1.6, because that's a good push, so we can push it here. So yeah, we are starting to see the curvature of curving, so that's the good news at least. And then we start moving slowly up here. So when I'm talking here, trying to watch all the number here, I will slow down a bit. We don't have any stages. This is the most simple craft, so yes, we are more or less at 45 degrees. A little bit early, and one of the reasons that I like to launch at 90 degrees, especially when we go to the moon, it will match up it perfectly there. Also, by going 90 degrees angles, the curving spins in this way, which will gain us around 200 delta V for free, or about 200 delta V. So that's nice. So it takes 200 delta V less than going the other way around, so that's also very good. And I have my light version, so what I do is I go to 30 degrees around 20, around now, and then I just keep building towards the number I want, where I want to have my orbit. And as we are going to the moon, we don't need a lot of room to maneuver, so I think we will put it around 85,000 meters. Should be more than enough for us not to have a risk going through. Oh yeah, I'm not watching this. So the thing is, 1.7 is a good. Oh yeah, I'm not. I'll install the mod that's called re-entry mod. It is bugged out here, so we got this super heat pattern. So this is not the normal behavior in KSP. It's just because of this bugged out mod that needs to be updated. So try to ignore this heat shield here. So what I'm talking about, the 1.6, or you can say 1.5 to 2 is a nice number, because that will keep your rocket steerable. It will keep, you will be able to push it where you want it to. If you go too slow, it wants to flip over in that way. If you go too fast, it wants to go straight. And we don't want it to go completely straight here. We want to follow the curvature here as much as possible. So if you do it like this, and the rocket is kind of well designed, you can actually get away with a launch for around 3,600 is usually the number I come up with, but I always build these weird rockets because it's fun. If I build a lot sleeker rocket, and what you're supposed to do is to kind of level out to the horizon and just keep it going straight here, because that is the most fuel efficient way. But this way is kind of fuel efficient at the same time, but not very complicated, and we still get a little bit benefits from a gravity turn, but not the full one. So you can see here, let's slow down here a bit. So we are soon getting to 85,000 meters. So cool. So with the bit speed, we have already horizontal speed one for 1.6. So yeah, it's not fast enough for us to complete a full orbit and escape the gravity like that. So getting out of the gravity wheel, but it will be, this is an easy way to do it. So I will be using a helper precise maneuver because it makes everything navigating and putting maneuvers so much easier. As you can see here, as my rocket was a little bit over the design, we still have around 1287 delta V, but we only need 543 to circularize around the globe here in orbit. So that means I think I will actually use some of my delta V to go to the moon. So usually I just dump it because I kind of like that, because it doesn't look nice to have your part here, but I will keep good track. So as soon as the music starts, we are outside the atmosphere, and it is about soon. And there we go. So here we can see my fantastic moonlighter, and I put out an action group, which is not, when I press on one, everything falls out nicely. So this is how we look. I think it turned quite well, even though it's quite heavy. We can see it weighs 46 tons. So what I'm waiting for now is, of course, for our maneuver node. So let's speed this up a bit. We don't want to wait because we need to only burn for 6.5 seconds. So, and I'm not caring if it's a perfectly circularized road. I don't care. Is it 85? Just it's outside the atmosphere. Oh, that was a little bit late, but I think we will be able to do it. And the new skiff engine is actually quite decent in space. I'm not sure if... I'm quite not sure if this impulse is what is right now, but if it is right now, that's a really good all-purpose engine, because that we can use this for. So 800 delta V left, that should actually take us to the moon if we... yeah, it should take us to the moon, almost. So let's first find out where the moon is. I will remove our satellite so we get a cleaner view. Usually I don't even bother to set the target here, but I will usually want to hit it around here because I prefer, that's a very preferable curl. So let's see, like that. It's around here, and then we'll move it around. Let's see what we can do with the 802 delta V. That's why I like that one. I think we have to stage. This is not a very complicated maneuver. We will more or less just go prograde here, and that's our. And we can see this stage here. I think we want to move it forward in time a bit, like this, and we can see here we have 600,000 meters. So I will just use our lander later here, and then I will push it forward in time. That's a good one. It works very well. It's not so complicated. So with the help of our very powerful skiff engines, we have 5 of those. This is just a 39 seconds burn, so yeah, it will be a fast one. That means that the timing when we start burning is more critical than ever, so we want to divide this number by 2, so we can burn half of it before the node and half after it, because that works really well, because that... where do we have our purpose? It's over here, so yeah, it's kind of good. So let's see, so 39 seconds, that's 40 seconds minus 20, and 19.5 seconds we need to burn, so we want to be around here somewhere. So very short burn. So let's spin around the curve in a bit. I must say I really enjoyed the new Making History. The reason why I've not done any more than a Moonlander is that I've built so many weird new stuff. I really like the new parts. It's opened up for so many good things, and I think my next project for the YouTube series here is to launch build a Yellow Lander with the help of Making History DLC parts, because yeah, it's fun to build stuff with the new parts. Maybe I will do I want to do a probe also, that will go to Moho. That will be also, let's go 1 more minute. I want to build a probe that goes to Moho too. That just so I discover that, so that I can find. I think it works in that way that as soon as you've been touching the sphere influence of a new place, you will start getting contracts there. Or at least I hope it works like that. Otherwise, I have made a big mistake. So what did I tell you guys? 19.5 seconds. So yeah, let's see. So let's be conservative here, because we have only 10 seconds until we need to burn. And wait patiently. So right just after 20 has hit, so we almost get a half seconds like that. Cool. So this is a fairly short burn. Let's just burn it all out. And then we will stage. And then we need to stage again. Didn't cooperate as a... Let's do it manually. I don't want any mistake. We don't want to do any rescue missions. So let's stage our... I panicked here a bit. It was so loud. Okay, so let's continue. Here we will go slowly. Here we just throttle up a bit. Here we have 12 spark engines doing all the work for us. So all we have to do is keep going prograde, or more or less, and we will get where we wanted. We don't need this any longer, and let's right click on this one and start going one notch on the throttle until we get to 40,000 meters. That is my goal here. So we will patiently go here so we don't overshoot here, so we have to adjust for it. I don't have any... So we're going slowly here, but why not? We are not in a hurry here. We are about to spend like 5 days or something to reach the moon, I guess. So just a couple of minutes of making sure it goes slow here. So what I usually do is use the front engines, and then I have the one finger on the X key so I can shut off the engines. And that way I can do small numbers like that very easily. Yes, the reason why I'm explaining everything I'm doing, I'm not sure if someone is starting to follow my series because of this video. So if you're new to the games, I just want to explain everything I do for that reason. For other people, it should probably not be that interesting, but oh yeah, we're going slow. And I think one of the benefits, if we look here, where is the sun? Let's oh, I started to overshoot it. That was a little bit unexpected. Oh, I probably moved a bit. If I go to the prograde, we'll still keep it shrinking that number, yes. And we can see the target here, which are the moon there. So yeah, it's coming here very slowly. We have 1 hour and 28 seconds to burn at this current rate. Now it's going up again. I'm curious if I think I want to put it there. If I aim a little bit closer to the target, I will shrink it a little bit more like this. So it can be useful to have the targets just to know how to shrink it here. So if I go in this direction, I will shrink that number even faster, because we will be pulling our prograde into the target here, I think. This is working here. We can see I like that speed. Let's go backwards in that direction, go left a bit. Okay, that's too much. Oh yeah, we do very big adjustment. Okay, cool. 29,000 meters. I'm fine with that. Okay, let's get into the sphere of influence of the moon, so the gravity will go there. So we are just 2 hours. I thought it's going to take days. Why did I thought that? We're going so fast. So we can see. Let's go out. And there we have the moon. So awesome. So as you can see, there is a ton of onions here that I have frost limited, of course. Otherwise, we would be burning all that fuel too fast for my taste, especially for a simpler moon landing. So we want to go closer. So we are going closer to the moon. As you can see, we have the 12 spark engines here. What I like about the spark engines, they are very lightweight and they are very fuel efficient. So they are excellent for landers because you can kind of stack a lot of them without losing delta V, because they are very don't use a lot of fuel, but it's still great for us. So we can see here. Oh, so now we are at 70,000 meters. Let's get a little bit closer. To our targets. So what we want to do now is to kill some horizontal speed. We almost go in 10,000 meters per second here, which is too fast. So we want to kill that. First of all, I like to orient myself. So up, there's no up and down in space, but I like to have up from the moon that way and the surface that way. So it's easier for me. So what we have here, let's see, we are almost at the Priapus. Let's look here. I think it should be a good place to land. We don't want to land here. We could steer this free. Let's kill some speed. So I will build at the horizon line here, because that will kill the most horizontal speed as possible, because otherwise we will be moving when we are landing and falling down. We will still keep moving in this direction. We wanted to kill all speed in that direction, so we gracefully fall down. Let's press the G key for getting our gears out. We can get those out. Let's see how burning goes. We are burning a lot of, so we can see here our orbits. We have created an orbit, so we will soon to see where we will end up. So let's get to about 50 meters per second. I think we can land inside. We have a very wide. Okay, so we can see there, if we cut off throttle, we end up here somewhere. You can see, let's see. If we can land around here, it would be preferable. If I can lose speed fast enough. So around here will be nice. We will move about a bit. So there. So when that's 70 meters per second, let's give it another burst to 50. Cool. So if we check map mode, we are still landing outside the craters, which I prefer. And the reason why I've left some room for myself is that we're still moving 50 meters per second in that. So when I'm starting to go burn retrograde, the predicted route we are falling down, we will lose some horizontal speed here. So we can see now, but I want to lose some altitude first. We are going down in 130 meters per second and 50 meters per second in that direction. We want to kill, as I said before, we want to kill that all year. So I think I will let it go down a bit here, and then I will kill it, because if we can land around here, it would be preferable. I think it's hard to see the surface from 20,000 meters here. Yes, as we can see here, we're going down here. So if we match it up here, what we see in the map mode, so our That's our retrograde. That is the big crater right between. So yeah, we are landing there. We don't want to burn too much. If we burn too much, we will go backwards again. So we are going in 200 meters per second here. So we want to kill speed, but I think I will shave off 100 meters, around 10,000 meters here. I still want to have quite good speed, otherwise this will take forever. We can now see the features better of the surface. So that's nice. It looks very nice. If we look at line it up here, cool. So let's kill some speed. I didn't say you did what I do, but I kind of like to wing it a bit. As you can see, while we're going retrograde, we are actually killing some horizontal speed. That's why I didn't kill all of it. And I think that is, we are now in a very safe area to land. I don't see any craters here. We will probably see a lot more. We're going 60 meters orbit. So okay, cool. So as we have so powerful engines, we can really bleed our speed very fast here. But I will still want to go around 30-50 meters before we go below 1,000 meters, because otherwise it would take such a long time to get to the surface. As long as it's not as long as we don't go down too fast here, I think we can. Let's kill some more speed. As you can see, we are just moving 2 meters in that direction while landing. So yeah, we will kill all horizontal speed more or less. Okay. I want to just give it a burst here. And now we will start using my throttle a bit to control my speed as we are getting to the speed we want here. While doing this, as we are not perfectly going right down, it's a little bit slopey here, but I think we will be able to handle it. So 30 meters per second, so yeah, what I'm gonna do here is trying to keep this under 20. I'm just one throttle a notch, because then I can control the speed. This is kind of keeps the speed at the speed, so if I go one throttle up, I will shave down. And then I can go to that speed and it will not bleed so much speed. We have 100 meters, so let's start burning a little bit more aggressively. Just one notch. Oh yeah, I killed all the speed here. Cool. So we have landed here, so we must get Yabadiah out. He has a mission to do here, so let's activate our ladder. And we was a little bit lucky. We could I didn't have to steer between that rock and stuff there, so it's nice that we have the ladder. Let's see how that goes. Okay, come on, Yabadiah. Let's do it for the Kerbal kind. We have been here a lot of times, but yeah, I think you will get some XP. Okay, I already see a problem. It looks like Yabadiah is a bit thick-headed, so he can't go there. So we have to let go. Okay, cool. So we are here. And he's of course happy, because usually we don't use Yabadiah. We use Valentina instead as our pilot. And we have a tradition of, yeah, so activate our thrusters. And we have a tradition of putting stuff on rocks, so let's keep doing that. However, that was a fake rock. Maybe aliens has put it there for a long time ago. Okay, in that case, let's deactivate our RES, and we want to make hello Yemeni, do a happy plant flag. So let's do that. I think you do it in this direction. Bam. Another successful landing. So plant, I like to name them what's happened. Plant a flag, contract, and then we call it right on his own with no help managed to complete contract. So cool, and that was not the most exciting thing here, so let's go. So we have already find the flaw. I should have tested this when we was on the launch pad, that we was able to climb the ladder, but it will help us a bit, at least here, if we activate our, with the help of R, we activate our, I think it's a little bit shifty keys, and FF for grabbing, it will help a bit at least. So let's see here. Board again, we are on board again. We don't have anything else to do more than go home. So let's get this ladder. Nice. It was a little bit helpful, but it could be a lot more. So going home to Kerbal, which will be easiest if you go with the equator. So if you go on the 90-degree angle, we will be able to get our equator orbit here. So let's just go 45 degrees more or less directly. So, because 45 degrees is the most effective way to go up and sideways at the same time. So that's why I've chosen that magic number. Maybe there is a better way to do it. It probably is, but I'm not doing it. It works this way. So we can see our prograde vector is going that way. So we are, I think the safe orbit without hitting into mountain and stuff around the moon is 20,000 meters. So we will go slowly here. Just going here. So let's use Alt key and then the keys right beside M to time warp for some physics warps here, so we can speed up the process. And I think, oh, that's why you shouldn't do stuff while you're time warping, because it's super sensitive. It's 4 times faster. So cool. So there we have 20,000 meters. So let's cut off throttle, go out to the map mode. We can see here, it looks perfectly if we match it up here with the equator of Kerbal near too. So that will simplify things. So let's circulate around here, which will cost us 187 delta V. So yes, let's point ourselves into the maneuver and prepare for a 8 seconds burn, which we will divide with 4 seconds before the maneuver and 4 seconds after. So this shouldn't be rocket science, it should be fairly simple stuff. My ironic voice is in full force. Okay, so we are 24 seconds before the node here, so let's prepare ourselves for a burn. We just need to get our priapis, the lowest point, to 20,000, so we get the orbit. Nothing fancy at all. So let's get ready. We are at 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Time to go. You can see it's going here. There we go. That's that. We went 4.3 delta V over. So the most effective way to escape the moon is of course going as the moon is traveling in that direction, we want to go in the other direction. So I think 300 delta V should do it here. So we can see here, we end up there. We probably want to adjust it a little bit more. So if we adjust it so the aperture is right where the moon is, and you can see we already have a nice close to curve in there. So let's move it a bit forward in time, so we can, that way we could probably save some delta V, because we don't need so much. As long as the highest point is pointing to the moon, and there it should be a fairly simple business. So let's give it some more force. And then we will shrink it again. So 50,000 meters seems like a good goal. So once again, a very short burn of 12 seconds. Yes, we are pointing to the maneuver. Otherwise you have to do that manually. I love when you don't have to do that manually. So we can warp all the way here, 20 minutes into the future. We will go as fast as we can. And then we will burn. 6 seconds before, 6 seconds after the node. Should put us right where we want to. So let's zoom in a little bit better. And let's go there. That's 2 minutes into the future. I'm fine with that. Nice. Let's see here, my friends. Let's see. We don't want to time warp anymore. We don't want to miss our opportunity. Otherwise, we have to spend a whole turn around, a whole orbit around the moon again, and that is kind of wasteful. But this should work very fine. Okay, so let's see. So what we want to do, we want to burn this as soon as we are almost done with the burn. We want to slow down so we can adjust afterwards, so we don't overshoot our target, which would be a waste of time for everyone. And so 6 seconds here, so we have to be ready. So I'm just gonna go full throttle with the C-Tech key, and then I will go X around 100 meters. When we have 100 meters left, I'll go, and then I will go slowly. And I will remove that one because we don't need it. So let's go very slow here. Keep going in prograde, because that's what we want to do. We didn't. And I'm taking it very slowly here so we don't overshoot our targets. So it means that we will fly out here, get in orbit around Kerbal, and then we will arrive there as soon as we have escaped the sphere of influence of the moon here, the moon escape here. So let's see. I'm just using Shift and X back and forth, so we just can go slowly. That's a little bit too much. What I can do now is go retrograde, which is the opposite direction we are traveling, and just notch it a bit like that. So now we are fine again. I like to travel in prograde, so let's go back to prograde. Okay, cool. So all we have to do now is to escape. So we will go this way. Looks like the dark side of the Kerbal here. I'm wondering which side we will end up on. I think we will end up on the light side, I guess. We're about to escape. It's 2 minutes, so let's speed that process off. And then I will manually time warp until we are in the sphere of influence of Kerbal now. Everything looks fine, so let's go all the way here. 4 hours later. And we actually have some delta V to spare. So yeah, everything worked out better than I thought. Hello, sun again. Okay, so we are about to reach our lowest point in 5 minutes, so we have to get ready for that. So let's point ourselves to retrograde. One of the benefits of using the new Making History point is that it has a built-in ablator. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that, but as you can see there. So we don't have that part, so that have spared us some weight. I think this is going a little bit too slow for my taste, so let's... I think we were about here 2 minutes before. I think we want to dump our part here, but the force will change our lowest point a small bit when we are staged here, so let's do that. I forgot to check the number. So yes, we are sending that one to its depth. It will still keeping going in 49,000 meters. Hopefully I'm not making a mistake. I could make a much more shallow curve deeper into the atmosphere. So hopefully this will be more enough to speed me down there. You can see our highest point as it changed yet because we are not into the atmosphere. So let's speed up until we get into the atmosphere here. And so let's hope 49,000. Yes, as long as we have a curve orbit around, it means that we will just go around extra rare. But yes, I took a very conservative number here, and we can see our highest point is, because of all the drag we are creating, our highest point gets lower because we are losing speed slowly here. We don't have any rotation wheel here. We will have some interesting explosions here, and once again my mod is exaggerating the heat here. It's not that bad that it looks like everything is gonna burn up, but that is just how it looks. I haven't upgraded that. So we are wobbling here. We look kind of like baseball that has been thrown out. Yeah, let's leave out our lowest points. Let's speed this process. What did I do now? I pressed the wrong key. I activate. Let's speed this up because this... At least we will not crash and burn. I'm not worried about that. The only thing that worries me is we land inside the mountains while we are round-shaped. That can make some interesting. So, are we still losing... Yes, we have our perhaps has gone down so much, so we are inside the atmosphere. So yes, we are going down definitely. We're just going here, and it's kind of interesting. We managed to stay upright so much that our solar panels have still survived a heat. The Cometron antenna has just broke, but yeah, it looks fine there. I'm surprised that the solar panels have survived. So the more or less in the stock options, our parachutes will work perfectly. It looks like this is where we will end up. Let's see. There goes the parachute. So we will end up here in this blurry area here. So we're going down. Our parachute is breaking us a bit. I wonder if we want to roll around and think. And so at SOC settings, it means that our parachutes will deploy 1,000 meters above surface. At least that is what I've turned. So you can see now we are now deploying our parachutes. So we are landing on this switch without the reaction wheel. So we will probably, I wonder if Yabadaya would be able to survive this. This is the first time I use this pod, so yes, I don't like the landing at all, but it should probably be highly entertaining. So 100 meters until we hit this slope here, and we will probably, maybe the solar panels can slow us down, so we lay down nicely at the slope, so we don't glide around and roll around, so yeah. Okay, this was not such a bad place to land. 5 meters per second. And it looks like our solar panels actually stay. We are still moving. Maybe I should put down. So there is a reaction wheel in this. That's kind of weird. Let's let this settle here. Oh no. So we're just rolling around here. The solar panel is shifting our weight around a bit. So we are probably, maybe we have created an infinity machine here without knowing it. How long will it take before it settles? Let's speed this up. But what we can we recover it? Let's see. I think you have to be completely still. Oh yes, it works. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we managed to take a surface sample from the moon midlands, but we have been so much at the moon, so we managed just to go a little bit. We earned about 5 science because I've changed how it works with the help of the administration building, which will give me money for all the science because we have almost unlocked all the science we need to unlock everything. So I'd rather get money. So we got some money back here. Not a very impressive one, but it seems like our friend Jebediah has earned 5 XP. So yeah, that's something. So this down, we have some old milestones. So let's delete those one. Contract complete. So our rocket cost about 40,000 or something. So we got some reputation and we got some money. But it was a lot of fun to do a simple mission. What do you do before? What do you kind of do before the game? So it was fun to go to the moon and do a moon landing now when I'm a lot more experienced. So that was everything for this episode. So I'm thinking an upcoming episode we would probably go to Moho or we will go to Gilly and land. It depends what mood strikes me. But until then, thank you for watching.